Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is Tuesday, November 8th, 2016. I'm Fredicia Liebert. As part of its economic development plan, the Nevis Island administration intends to make the Bath Hotel a national spa. Premier the Honorable Vance Amory announced the NIA's plans for the site at the November 3rd Town Hall meeting in Cotton Ground.
So many years ago, we did have a plan to do a comprehensive development of that area. And that plan is going to be revised and reviewed and remarketed. And we intend to put the Bath Hotel and the environs under the Nevis Historical and Conservation Society and have them manage it. Because the last time we renovated the building and then moved out, when we had the police and the courthouse and so on, in short order, people went and vandalized the building. We don't want that to happen again. We want it to be properly managed, properly kept, because it is part of our history, part of who we are, and part of what makes Nevis special, makes Nevis unique.
Built in 1778, the Bath Hotel is said to be the first hotel built in the Caribbean.
We've also raised the matter of the Bath Hotel to be recognized as an heritage site, an heritage building. The integrity of the building is unquestionable. But one of the plans we have from an economic development standpoint is to see the Bath Hotel site and the baths themselves, the stream, the cooling pool, as a national spa, which we can market for its historic and heritage value, but also for its health value.
The Bath stream is a therapeutic hot spring believed to cure rheumatism. In more local news,
I am very, very keen on affording our people the best education that they can get.
Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Mark Brantley, continues to implore prospective students in St. Kitts and Nevis to take advantage of scholarship opportunities.
Number one on my list whenever I engage in any bilateral discussions is what can you offer our people in terms of training? And a lot of governments are offering training to us. I can list off the top: Cuba, Taiwan, Morocco, Costa Rica, Switzerland, Georgia, Mexico. All of these are offering training in different disciplines. But guess what the problem is? Our people refuse to take the gifts. Our people prefer to go to Development Bank, to go to National Bank and Bank of Nevis to borrow money, to put themselves in debt, than to take a free education and go to some of these countries. I have had no ends of interaction with the Premier's ministry and the Permanent Secretary there to ask, are people coming in to take up these opportunities? And I get very depressed when the answer is no. People say too far.
Addressing the NIA's most recent town hall meeting, Minister Brantley made an appeal to the Federation's young people.
In today's world, to have an education is important. To get it for free is so wonderful because it means you're not burdened with student loans and your family is not burdened. But to go to some of these foreign countries where you learn a foreign culture and, most importantly, a foreign language, that is an incredible asset which makes you marketable globally. And so I continue to beseech our people to take advantage, and those who are parents, encourage your young children, the sixth formers and those, to take advantage of these opportunities, because I feel very badly that when I go out and I ask and the people respond positively, that I go back a year later and they say, well, Mr. Brantley, you say the people want training, but nobody's coming forward. And I know there are young people here who want training, and so I'm encouraging you, please, to help spread the word. Morocco, for example, offered us 20 scholarships, 20. And I'm not sure that we have even taken up one as yet. Georgia, when we spoke to them, they not only offered scholarships, but they specified that they wanted Nevisians to come. And we can't get anybody to take them up. So please, help me spread the word.
Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Mark Brantley. The Nevis Renal Society held its gala and dance at the Four Seasons Resort on Saturday, November 5th, under the theme Monitoring Your Kidneys for Better Health. Newly elected President Sherilyn Pemberton, in delivering remarks, outlined some of the goals of the society.
With continued partnership with the Ministry of Health through its educational programs, trying to find ways and means to prevent and curb the progression of chronic kidney disease. Continue health screening in collaboration with the Health Promotion Unit to provide statistical data and to assist with implementation of a registry for kidney disease and kidney failure. It is our wish that the introduction of microalbuminuria testing that we have started over the past 3 years, that it become the indicator by which kidney function is being tested and determined. It is all about preventative care. Each of us has a part to play in being proactive in our approach towards our individual health.
Featured speaker Dr. Retna Waldwin-Brown spoke on the event's theme. She outlined tips on how persons could avoid kidney disease.
Drink adequate amounts of water, limit alcohol, and avoid or quit smoking. Lose weight if you're overweight or obese. Exercise regularly. Reduce your salt intake. Maintain a healthy diet. Eat more fruits and vegetables. Avoid processed foods. Meditate. Avoid stress. All these can help to prevent the development and progression of kidney disease and chronic disease. My friends, in closing, we have looked at the kidneys and their role in our everyday lives. We have heard how important monitoring, not just only in our individual lives, but also in our communities. We heard how monitoring schedules can vary according to our health situation and how our environments can affect monitoring. Yet, even though you have heard it time and time again, the final decision is yours.
Awards were presented to the Nevis Electricity Company Limited (NEVLEC) for its consistent sponsorship of the event, and Hensley Daniel, the first president of the Nevis Renal Society. The Honorable Mark Brantley also attended the gala and delivered brief remarks as Minister of Health. The guests were entertained by the Greenhouse Band. Still to come.
When I entered, I was surprised. I didn't know how big the plans were already, and I was very pleased to see what the school has been doing here.
The details after this break.
At a loss as to what's going on in Nevis? Tune into NNC on NTV. Don't worry if you don't have cable either. NNC will bring the news to you wherever you are. Facebook and Facebook Live. YouTube and YouTube Live. NevisTVOnline.com. Roku app, NTV mobile app, Smart TV, Apple TV, and any other IPTV platforms. When me ANC and you ANC, NNC.
Welcome back. After more than 1 month in operation, the greenhouse at the Charlestown Primary School has made great strides with the assistance of students and teachers. The greenhouse was funded by the New Zealand High Commission in collaboration with the Inter-American Institute for Cooperation and Agriculture, IICA. On Thursday, November 3rd, teachers from the Gingerland and Charlestown secondary schools visited the greenhouse to see the progress that has been made. One such teacher was Tishon Maynard of the Gingerland Secondary School.
When I entered, I was surprised. I didn't know how big the plans were already, and I was very pleased to see what the school has been doing here. And it's very good that we start agriculture at a young age, so when they enter the high school now, they are motivated and ready to go, and that's what we want to see in agriculture.
Among the persons in attendance was Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Eric Evelyn.
I am hoping that what we are seeing here could be duplicated at many of the schools on the island. I know greenhouse technology is a technology that the department and the Ministry of Agriculture has been pushing now for the past probably 2 years, and it is something that we continue to promote. Practically at every forum that we have, we try to speak about technology, this technology and the advantages of having greenhouse greenhouse technology, and I am happy that at least it's being promoted here at the primary level.
Director of Agriculture Keithley Emery expressed his satisfaction with the work done by the school along with his department.
I'm quite pleased what is going on here, and I'm really hopeful that it continue. I have seen progress with a month and a half. I'm already seeing and I'm hearing. I'm looking outside, I'm seeing herbs, I'm seeing sorrel, I'm seeing tea bush. So it seems as if they're on the right track, and I do know that maybe in the near future all around this building here might be planted in all kind of vegetables, just to make sure that they satisfy not only the school garden but also the health of the school children.
The greenhouse was commissioned at the beginning of the 2016 school year for the purpose of reducing the cost of supplies for the school meals program, which caters for 265 students as well as teachers. The 15th Nevis Triathlon will have a special feature. Speaking to us ahead of Saturday's race, Greg Phillips said this one is a must-see. Philip is the race director of Nevis Multisport, the host of the event.
Well, this year, we have Mr. Ross Edgley. He is an adventurer, we'll call him, who has an association with GQ Magazine, Red Bull, and a number of other publications across the world. Ross does some tremendous adventure things. One of the things that Ross will be doing when he gets here for the triathlon is he's doing the entire triathlon carrying a tree that he says would weigh about 100 pounds. So Ross is going to swim with this tree. He's going to bike around the island with this tree. And he's also going to run with this tree that weighs 100 pounds. Now, yeah, it sounds crazy, and I'm looking forward to seeing if he can actually do something like this. So that in itself is something special, and I think a feat that people should come out and see.
Philip, who is also the CEO of the Nevis Tourism Authority, says Ross Edgley's participation is good publicity not only for the triathlon, but for the island of Nevis.
Ross is also an environmentalist, and Ross is thinking about the fact that he wants to do crazy special things to really cause people to think about renewable energy, to think about being more cautious about protecting the environment. So that's the reason why he's doing it. Yes, it's something that really fits Nevis at this time, but at the same time, it's really for the international audience because he already has commissions from Red Bull for their online publication, things that go out to their readers, their audience, and from a number of other publications, including GQ Magazine, which just this week have published a piece about that, what Ross will be doing on Nevis.
According to Philip, a number of international journalists will also be on Nevis to report on Saturday's triathlon.
We've had a lot out so that the press, international press, could know about it. There's a number of reporters who are coming from around the world, the UK, the US, I think Canada also, who are coming here to make sure that they cover the race itself, and of course what Ross is doing. In addition to that, a lot of them who are coming there, not just coming to sit on the sidelines as have been done in the past, they are actually coming to also partake of the race. So that is big for us. That is something that we feel is definitely worth the while and very, very important.
The 15th Nevis Triathlon is set to start at 7 a.m. on Saturday, November 12th in Charlestown. Athletes can register at the Nevis Tourism Authority in the A.L. Evelyn Building in Charlestown or online at www.booknevis.com. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Fredicia Liebert. Thank you for viewing.